numbers showing on your caller ID to disguise their identity. If so, please press 8. Our hours of operation are from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. To continue in English, press 1. Gracias por llamar al Centro del Consumidor de la Comisión Federal de Comunicaciones. Nuestras horas de oficina son de las 8 a.m. hasta las 5:30 p.m. hora civil del este. Para continuar, press 1 if you want to report a tower light outage or safety of life issue involving interference. Press 2 if your call concerns an application for a license or the auctioning of frequencies. Press 3 if you are a member of the if you have a general question or need assistance ordering forms or filing documents. Press 5 if you would like to file a complaint or would like to check on the status of an existing complaint. Please hold for the next available agent. For quality assurance, your call may be monitored and recorded. All specialists are busy. Please stay on the line. All specialists are busy. Please stay on the line.
Well, it is already almost 3 minutes. That's another minute, add another minute because I didn't start the video until a minute from the call, the recording thing. I do have a doctor appointment today. In Orange County. I missed this appointment like 3 times already.
All specialists are busy. Please stay on the line.
Because Cover California Cal Optima and Center of Health Plan, they try to teach me a lesson because I didn't want to go with Medicare, Medi-Cal, which they stealing our Medicaid and all that, no transportation, no JM, taking all the amenities away. Because I'm a bad boy. I filed complaints against the state.
All specialists, please stay on the line.
Yeah. And I'm just pretending to be disabled.
Hello, FCC. This is Deb. May I have your first and last name?
First name is Mohammed, Mohamed, and the last name.
Wait a minute. We're having an echo here. Could you spell your first name for me?
Yes, it's Mohamed,
Okay, and your last name, please?
Shaban, SHA B as in boy, AAN as in Nancy.
Thank you so much. What can I help?
Well, I filed many complaints, as you see, probably. I don't know if you can look at my records. And I was just.
Well, do you have your complaint number?
No, I don't have any complaints number, but the reason I'm calling today because is the FCC is the .gov, is it government or is it .org?
Oh, government. www.fcc.gov.
.gov, okay. So this is the federal government to protect the consumer, the American people, from the abuse of the telecommunications and so on and so forth, right?
Well, we have certain regulations regarding different companies.
Alrighty.
So there may be some issues that are regulated and some that's not. But we have a complaint process. You can file a complaint with the FCC.
Yes, I have been in this process, ma'am. I've been filing since 2013, and I filed almost against every major, telecommunication companies and cables and so on and so forth. And it seems that I have not gone anywhere, and the crimes and violation is continuous as we speak.
Well, what violation are they? I mean, we have our rules and regulations. You have to indicate violating.
Well, if you look at my my complaints or my history, I can give you the information you needed to find out how many complaints and what's all about. And I am sure that is all violations of of the Constitution.
Well,
Go ahead.
They think if you don't have a rule about a particular issue, then it's not a violation.
Excuse me?
I said we have rules and regulations, so it would have to be a violation of one of our rules.
Alrighty.
I mean, consumers say it's a violation of FCC rule, and we say, what rule? Well, I don't know. It should be. So what rule are they violating?
What about professional hacking? What about selling apps that is already free?
Selling what?
Apps, applications. Like
we don't get involved in selling apps. We license the cellular companies, but we don't license the apps.
What about gouging? What about protecting the American consumer from violation of our constitutional rights, basic rights, like violation, freedom of speech and expressions and all of this? I'm an activist, ma'am, and I've been in this, and I've been targeted by all these places because to retaliate. I'm talking about serious crimes, and even though I filed with the Department of Justice, nothing has been going on, and the FCC always sending me a nice message. Oh, well, we sent this, and they responded, and your complaint is closed.
Right. That's the informal complaint process. We don't adjudicate each complaint. We serve it to the companies in the hope that they will resolve it, but we don't investigate.
What about if they don't?
Individual complaint.
What about if they don't resolve it, ma'am? And they never have.
Then you'd have to take it further. Then.
How we have to take it further?
The complaint and make a decision in either party. It's an informal only. Now, our Enforcement Bureau has access to a complaint database. If they see a pattern or trend, then the companies, like we did for and other companies, but we don't act on an individual complaint.
I know, but what about the
trend?
What about the pattern of complaints? Because once the FCC.
Not on your individual complaints as a whole in the complaint database.
Oh, I see. So so this is it seems to me that it's defeating purpose. So why we have the FCC if there is nothing is going to change and the crimes is going to continue, and the FCC will now, they know already what's going on.
If you go to webpage, you'll see we find quite a few companies. So just because we're not acting on your individual complaint doesn't mean we haven't taken action on other issues.
Well, I'm not talking.
I suggest you,
Ma'am, can you?
sir, unfortunately, sir, there's nothing more I can do to help you. Do you want to check on the status of a complaint?
No, wait a minute here. Just a second, ma'am. What you said, I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm just trying to understand the process and what are my rights. Because it seems to me that the FCC, so far, from experience, I'm not just, throwing accusation. It is from experience. I have found out that the FCC, indeed, in favor of the telecommunication, not of the consumer. Even though these violations are very, very serious violation of our constitutional rights, as I said just right now.
I explained it to you that the individual complaints, we don't act on them. We act as a whole if we see.
I totally understand, but if you give me a minute to finish, can I do that or I'm not?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Now, what's the next step? When we find out that the companies, all of them, there is no exception, ma'am, all of them. I'm talking about crimes that that is being committed, and there is no way that I have not got the protection of the federal government. I'm talking about kidnapping and making threats on the phone and calling the FBI, telling them that I'm a terrorist and being investigated by the FBI. I'm talking about serious violations and crimes. Kidnapping children because of that. That's a lot of crimes that has been committed. And yet you're telling me that the FCC does not act on every individual. I'm not talking about every individual. You know why? Because these crimes as violation are committed across the board, and the federal government well known about it. It's not something that is hidden anymore. Go ahead.
Unfortunately, we can only act on the complaint, so you would have to file a complaint about each particular company involved.
I already did.
We don't.
I already did.
What's your complaint numbers?
I don't have it. I just told you.
Well, then, unfortunately, I can't give you any information. You're talking generalities. I can't.
Okay. What about there is no other way that you can find out if I don't give you the number?
I can look under your name, but
But what?
That's not going to. I mean, I'm telling you our informal complaint process, and if you're not happy with the outcome of the informal, you can file formal or take legal action on your own.
Okay. Did you send me a letter of right to file? I wanted to get a letter from the FCC. Because it's not been resolved. I'm just telling you right now, and you're not willing to take the time to just put my name there and tell me.
We don't give you a letter. When you file an informal complaint, the carrier responds to you and we close it. So I don't know what kind of letter you're...
Ma'am, I got a letter in 2013 or early 2014 from the FCC against AT&T to file a formal complaint in the federal court.
Formal complaint? Did you pay a fee?
Oh my God, ma'am, can I give you my name?
Sir, I am
unfortunately. Do you have a supervisor, ma'am?
With your previous complaint.
Do you have?
Explain the process
ma'am,
to you, and if you're not happy with the
ma'am,
formal complaint, you can file a formal complaint.
Ma'am,
okay?
do you have
additional I can do.
Ma'am, do you have a supervisor? I'm not satisfied with the answer that you're giving me.
Well, I giving you the information that you've...
Ma'am, do you have a supervisor?
No, sir. She's not available.
She is not available?
No, sir.
No, so you are not allowing... ma'am, hold on a second. Ma'am.
Sir, I'm not going to continue to argue with you. I have other callers. I've answered all your questions, and if you're not happy with the FCC's responses to your informal complaints, then you can take legal action on your own, or you can file formal complaints.
Well, I'm not satisfied with this answer. Can I?
Unfortunately, sir, I have other callers. I have to hang up. You have a good day.
So you're going to hang up on me? Thank you very much. You've been recorded. Thank you. That's it. That's it. This is the Federal Communication Commission, FCC. Thank you. I just wanted to, this is it. This is what the federal government employees are doing.